the best and the worst moments on the red carpet. We're going to break that down with our fashion expert, Luis Calveiro, coming up at 11:30 on 6 in the Mix. Yes, the awards are fabulous, right? But the tone is set before those awards are handed out, of course, on the red carpet. Here to break down who wore it best and who shouldn't have worn what they wore at all. 6 in the Mix fashion expert, Luis Calveiro. Luis, let's get right to it.
Let's do it.
I wish that we could just show you a stream of our text messaging back and forth during the show.
Because it was intense, it was fast, but it was all about fashion, because that's what last night was, all about fashion.
Yeah, and I was all about Jennifer Lopez. I think I sent you a text message. I was like, I bow down to Jennifer Lopez.
And we do that religiously every day. Bow down to J-Lo. That's the norm. We just bow down to her. And yesterday was an example of why we bow down to her, because she is the queen of fashion. Jennifer Lopez wearing Zuhar Murad. I mean, it had the cut in the front. And when I say in the front, I mean a plunging neckline, and also on the bottom of the dress, it was very high, it was very sexy, it was very J-Lo, but she's one of the only people that can get away with a look like this, dominate it, own it, and not look over the top, not look too provocative.
I absolutely agree. Jennifer Lopez is responsible for one of the top trending moments on the Golden Globe Awards. In case you missed it, take a listen to her exchange with Jeremy Renner on stage last night.
You want to open it?
You want me to do it?
Yeah.
I have the nails.
Yeah, get after it. You got the globes, too.
Yeah, something tells me that Renner wasn't talking about the actual awards when he was talking about her globes.
I'm gonna just, I'm gonna assume that he wasn't. I'm gonna assume he was talking about 2 accessories that she has. But nonetheless, she looked amazing, and we were happy with it. But let's talk about some other best dressed last night on the red carpet. One of my personal favorites was, of course, the amazing, the beautiful Latina of the night, Salma Hayek.
Yes.
She was wearing Alexander McQueen, and I love that she's basically the opposite of J-Lo as far as fashion is concerned. She can look stunning, but still have a very conservative look. It was a belted gown. There was really not much showing, and at the same time, she was still owning the red carpet as one of the best dressed.
Sexy and sophisticated as always. What did you think about Emma Stone's look? She had... It was pants as opposed to a dress or a ball gown we've seen her do before.
Personally, I loved it. I think this is the perfect example of how to wear something that's not traditional but still look fabulous. A lot of people were trying to do the tuxedo look, and sometimes it's overdone and it looks cheesy, but this was perfect. It was belted in the back, it was Lanvin, the sequin was the perfect amount of sequin on top. It was great.
And she's young, so I love that she played it down young. Katherine Heigl, I loved how Katherine Heigl looked. It just cracked me up also when she referred to herself as a full-figured.
A full-figured woman, right, yeah.
Like a full-figured size 0.
I'm sure, yeah. So she looked great. She was wearing Zac Posen, and what I really loved about this is that it was very structured and everything was in place. Everything needed to be exactly where it was, and because of that, I think even though she considers herself full-figured, we definitely can appreciate that this gown looked amazing on her.
Real quick, let's get to Jennifer Aniston. You were on with your prediction on Jennifer Aniston.
Yes, I predicted she'd be wearing black with just a touch of shimmer, and lo and behold, that's what she was wearing. So I'm very proud to say she was one of the best dressed of the night, and it's very obvious to see why. It was subdued beauty, as Jennifer Aniston does so well.
An excellent moment last night when George Clooney accepted a humanitarian award last night. His best accessory, his wife, Amal Clooney. What did you think about the gloves, though?
Personally, I thought it was a bit much. I personally would have done black gloves. That's just my style tip. But at the same time, honestly, all eyes were on her yesterday. It really doesn't matter what she did. Everyone was excited to see her. Everyone was excited to just see what she'd be wearing. So black, white gloves, whatever. She looked good. The girl's got it. She got Clooney, and that's all she needs.
I would say he has them all. Do you think
true.
we're going to see gloves on the red carpet at the Golden Globes, at the Oscar Awards?
Not really. We did see a lot of trends yesterday. We saw metallics. We saw a lot of prints. I don't think gloves are going to be like the new thing unless she has that much power. And if she does, then I'll start bowing down to you.
Absolutely. You mentioned prints. Let's get to the worst dress list. I think my son actually yelled at the television when Keira Knightley got off of her car.
And he's a baby.
He's 15 months. Keira Knightley, what happened here?
She was wearing Chanel, and Chanel typically in my book does no wrong, but I think yesterday they did a little wrong. It was ill-fitting. The belted look didn't really complement her figure. Honestly, overall, I just thought it looked very matronly. It looked like an old lady's gown, and she's not an old lady by any means, so I wasn't a fan. It almost looked like a pajama.
And it looked like she got into a fight with a butterfly garden.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it. Okay, Claire Danes, I saw a lot of feathers on the red carpet. No gusta? What do we think?
No me gusta, yeah. No, we do not like this. I think for her body, it was something that really wasn't in, favoring her body style. I think she could have done something a lot sexier, get rid of that mesh in the middle. You look good, just show it,
Just show it.
I mean, come on.
Maggie Gyllenhaal, an award winner last night, she did take home a Golden Globe. I felt like she looked like a bridesmaid.
I agree. You see, this is the opportunity for you to wear whatever you want. You can wear the sexiest gown, the most over-the-top gown, and Maggie Gyllenhaal ended up wearing, like what you said, it looked like a bridesmaid's dress in a pretty boring wedding. It was just disappointing. It was a lackluster gown for an amazing regal night.
And she had dyeable shoes on. I noticed them when she accepted her award. Real quick, let's get to the guys. You see her brother there, Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yes.
He was sporting the beard. Matthew McConaughey looks like he needed to bathe.
A little bit. I'm really hoping that he was just doing this look for a movie that he's in right now, because I wasn't a huge fan of it, but a lot of guys were sporting the facial hair. It was a big trend that we saw last night, and I'm sure that we'll see it throughout for the Oscars as well.
I prefer cleanly shaved.
Yeah, me too.
At least cleaned. If you're going to do the beard, just keep it clean.
Exactly. Do like the little, like Puerto Rican Cuban thing,
Keep it clean.
Don't overdo it.
Don't overdo it.
Jeez.
At least bathe before you hit the red carpet.
Exactly.
Louis Calvero, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always on with your fashion predictions. We always have so much fun. Make sure you keep up with Louis. You can follow him on Twitter. His handle's @FabuLouis. I know you'll be back for the Oscars, so we'll talk fashion then as well.